Good morning. This is Kelly Hilbert from Alpaca Direct, and I'm so happy to be here with you today. And today, my topic is about how I am going to be knitting something just for me. And I've decided to knit a vest. So I wanted to talk about how to pick out a vest and things that you might want to think about as you're looking at your project and trying to decide what you're going to do with that. So I wanted to share my project with you that I've already started here. And this is a vest, and it's called the Rhoda vest, and it's by Irene Lynn. Can you see it okay, Jim?
Yeah. What is it you liked about it?
What I like about Jim said, what is it that I like about this vest? So first of all, it doesn't have to be a short vest. I probably won't make mine super short, just because I like it a little longer. But she has an option for a short option and then a longer option. So, and even if the pattern doesn't call for a longer option, you can just continue to knit and knit a little bit longer. I think the best way to figure out how long you would like to have your sweater is to look in your closet at your favorite sweaters and measure them from the shoulder down to the bottom, and you'll get an idea of what you like to wear. And that's always a great length for you to make, is the length that you're comfortable with and the length that you will wear. And so, and you can find that right in your very own closet. And also with I like this because we're going to be pretty soon going into summertime. So this kind of looks like a summertime vest. And so I was looking at mine going, what kind of yarn that I can use for it, and the colors and what have you. And I looked in my closet very carefully at the t-shirts that I wear and what color they are. And almost all of them are like a burgundy plum color. And I have a ton of blue, and I have quite a bit of gray and a little bit of red. But mostly I wear a lot of blue, and it's not really super light. I don't have a ton of super light colors. So making one of these vests, I really like this light color, the white one, and I would wear that with a pair of shorts, but I don't often wear shorts. I wear more capri length jeans, just because I'm with my dogs all the time, and if they jump up on me, they scratch me. So there is a lot of time that I don't wear shorter shorts.
So people are coming online and saying good morning.
Good morning, everyone. It's nice to have you here with us. Yes, Jim said there are people from East Coast and New York and Colorado, and so Iowa. We have a lot of visitors with us here this morning. It's nice to have all of you here with us. Don't forget to push that like button and share with your buddies so that we can all learn together. And if you have questions as we're going along, you just go ahead and ask those in the comment section, and maybe Jim will catch those and relay that to me so that I can answer the questions for you.
And ask them if they can hear. We hopefully.
Yes, and hopefully yes, you can hear us okay. Jim said last week we kind of had a hard time. It was Facebook just like shut down. I don't know what it did that for, but anyway, yes. So today I'm excited to be able to begin knitting my vest and working on it, and I wanted to show you everything that I learned so far. Before we get started, every week we have a giveaway, and so for this last week, it was the winning color was this Bravo Baby Alpaca Petites, and I love this yarn. It's 100% baby alpaca made in Peru, and it's so soft and so nice, and I kind of like the multicolored effect that it has. I don't know if you can see it online, but it is beautiful, and I love baby alpaca. Hollow core fiber, very, very.
People don't know that's our own private label brand.
Yes, this is, Jim said for me to show you the label so you can see what that is in case you wanted to look it up online.
It's Coeur d'Alene Yarns.
Yes, it's by Coeur d'Alene Yarns. It is our yarn, and it is beautiful. I love it. So for this week, I was thinking that maybe we could try 2 different colors of gray. And the Cascade 220, when I was searching around on the internet this morning, I found that a lot of people were talking about this Cascade 220 and how nice it is. So I thought maybe you can have a dark gray or a light gray, and you choose. And I don't know if you've used Cascade yarns This is Cascade 220. It's a Peruvian Highland wool, 100%. It's not a superwash yarn, so you don't have to worry about the stretching. You do have to hand wash it, however, and I would not expose it to a lot of heat because it would felt.
And it's 220 yards.
Yes, it's 220 yards per skein.
Well, they call that a workhorse yarn, right?
Yes, Jim said they call it a workhorse yarn. Yes, it is very much a workhorse yarn. What I like about it is it doesn't split when you knit with it, and it makes a very nice finished product. I really like it.
You have a husband who knows yarn.
Yes, Jim said. Jim said that I have a husband that knows yarn. And he is learning over the years. He's been with me so long that he's learned, picked up bits and things about yarn, and he's pretty good with yarn now. He's probably better than some knitters. It's nice for me because he understands how I enjoy certain things and why I enjoy certain things. So this is Cascade 220 for this week. And so all you have to do to get entered to win is you post comments in that comment section. Let us know what you're working on. And don't forget to let us know what color you like best, the dark gray or the light gray. And you choose, and next week we'll send that out to the lucky winner. So I'm going to go back to my Rhoda. It's a sleeveless, like a little vest. She calls it a sleeveless top, but to me it's very much a vest, something you can throw over another shirt, and or you can wear it solo. It is really cute. I like this vest. When you're doing a project like this, it's always good to take a look at the project and see what skill level it is, and do accordingly. This one is an intermediate level vest. If you're have never done a vest or a sweater before, there's a vest that's called the Calidez, Calidez vest, and that is more for a beginner. And that pattern comes in a V-neck or a round neck, and I've showed that in previous YouTube videos, so it's pretty awesome. So I wanted to take a look at our pattern, and so you can kind of see how it's set up and what I'm thinking about when I'm doing mine. My project, and just some questions that I ask myself or think about while I'm picking out yarns and picking out colors and all those different things, so that it can help make your project when you go to make your vest or whatever you're working on, just some things that you might not have thought of before, or things you had forgotten about, and then we can all learn together. Have you guys done vests before? If you have, post comments in the comment section and you'll get entered to win our Cascade 220 for this week's prize giveaway. So let's take a look at this and see what we've got here. So I know that when we're doing projects, we always are, we're always anxious to get started on that project, right? And so when we're looking at a project like this, I found this on Ravelry. It is a paid for pattern. I believe it's around $7 or so. So it's not a super inexpensive pattern, but the thing that I like about it is it's an all-in-one piece. She does short rows for the back, so you get your crew neck goes down further instead of being way up high on your neck. It actually goes down further. So I like that she does short rows in the back, and there's not a lot of seaming. When you're done, you're done. And she does row by row. She does not do charted, and so you have to be willing to do a row by row pattern. And I'll show you on here what I would do when I do my rows, and so you can see how I do it, so that if you were doing it, you could also keep on track. So the first thing we have to do is you look here at our swatch, and this was on number 5 needles, and it was 18 stitches to the inch. To me, on number 5, it looks a little bit sloppy. And so right now I'm doing a number 4. And if you look here on above, right at the very top, it looks like it has ironed out the tension problems. So I will probably be using a number 4. And when I did this swatch, and before I blocked it, before I blocked my swatch, it was 4.75 inches unblocked. And then blocked, it was 5 inches wide. Okay, so then it went 5 inches wide for blocked.
So that's how you make sure the sizing?
Well, this Sueno really, when you block it, it really does grow. And so you absolutely must do a swatch, and you must block it and let it dry so that you can get exact measurements. Because the last thing you want to do is make your vest and have the vest be too small or so big that you'll never wear it. It's a waste of lovely yarn. And so you don't want to do that. The good thing about this pattern too that I really like is not only is it a fairly quick knit, but it doesn't take a ton of yarn. So if you look on here,
They can't read that.
so on here on her sample, she did cotton, a 60-40 blend of cotton and acrylic. And it took her, for the different sizes, it took her between 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, or 1,000. It says meters on here. Yeah, I thought it was probably yards. So you may need more yardage when extending the length. That's true. But anyways, the point of the whole thing is it takes very little yarn to make this project compared to a sweater. So, and she tells you that you use a number 6 needles for the gauge, and the gauge is in 20 stitches in 24 rows. She didn't say that the row gauge was quite so important as the width, because it won't fit on you if it's not wide enough. So mine was 18 stitches. So you can see why I'm going down a needle size, because I need to get 2 more stitches to have it at the right gauge for the project. And also, when I was looking at all these examples of the Rototop online, most of them were a light color. So I'm thinking about, even though I use this manatee colorway in the Sueno, I'm thinking that maybe I will change it to Ice Ice Baby, which is that color.
So it's lighter.
Yes, so it's lighter in color. And what I like about, I don't know if you've tried Sueno before, but Sueno is an 80-20 blend of bamboo and merino. So it's superwash merino and bamboo. And both of those have a really nice drape to them. This is one of my favorite yarns, just because you can knit with this yarn and you can wear it, and I have absolutely no itch. And it's super comfortable. Plus, this nice tight twist gives you some nice durability to it. Plus, when you're done with the project, it does have a little bit of halo on it. So you don't need to, there's no need for me to add mohair to it to get a nice halo effect to it. And that's a good thing, because I'm allergic to mohair. I can't wear
One other
mohair.
thing I'm thinking is that, because it's 1,000 yards,
Mhm.
don't just choose the yarn that she says. Choose one you're going to like to knit with.
Right. And that's
did
another
that.
thing to think about. Jim said another thing that he was thinking about is her yarn. Let's see what I don't even know what she recommended on hers. Oh, that was the cotton acrylic blend. Right. The thing is that you want to choose a yarn that you usually wear in your closet. And the great way that you can find out, like if I look in my closet, I have a ton of bamboo blends blended with Pima cotton. So something like that is really nice. Barocco makes a modern cotton that is a blend of bamboo and Pima cotton, and that's a really good product to use for this too. Yeah.
So use a yarn you like.
Yep. Use a yarn that you like, and not just a yarn that you like to look at. Don't just go into a store and say, oh, that yarn's pretty, let's buy it. No, what you need to do is you need to go into your closet and actually look at the labels of your clothing that you're wearing to see what it is that you're wearing. Because for me, I can tell you that when I wear 100% acrylic, it makes me sweat. It's kind of like wearing plastic bags for me, and I can't wear that. But I definitely, bamboo works great for me. I'm so comfortable in it all day long. And so, yes, finding the projects, the yarn that is good for you is great. And then in order to select your sizing on these finished measurements, it tells you the length of the different sizes, and then the different the armhole, and then your bust. Make sure when you're measuring for the bust that you're measuring up above, way as high up as you can underneath your armpits, and then all the way around your body with the tape measure to get that. And remember that she wants you to have um, some positive ease. So if your high bust is a 34, then a 37 might work great for you. Do you know what I'm saying? You want to give a couple extra inches, because she doesn't she has it with 5.3 positive ease. And then she was wearing another one where it was less positive ease. So you definitely can wear this one bigger, wider. Just remember that when you wear it really wide, that you're possibly going to make a project. If you make too much extra and you're like me, you're kind of short, and you make it super, super wide, what it does to me, it makes me look like a big square. And so what I would recommend is go into your closet, find sweaters that you like, and see how much positive ease they have. Like, how much bigger than 34 inches are they? Are they 2 inches bigger? Are they 3 inches bigger? And then you probably want to make your sweater about that width. So yeah, that'll help you, give you an idea of what you want to do as far as choosing the size. Can I have my piece of paper, Jim? Thanks, sweetheart. My honey was borrowing my paper. So yes, and then as far as needles, like when I was doing my swatch, you can use little pearl stitches. So right now I'm doing a number 4 needle, and this was the number 5. You can see that I have 4 pearl stitches right there, showing me that I am in fact testing a number 4 needle. And then
so explain it again. That's quick. So that was quick what you're saying. So
sure.
How did you know?
Do you see right here the 4 pearl bumps that I made on the backside? That was just on the backside I knit 4 stitches to tell myself, yes, in fact, I am working with a number 4 needle now. And I think that number 4 is going to be pretty good. What I'm looking for when I'm doing my gauge, not just because if my fabric looks beautiful on a smaller needle, and I will just bump up one size. You know what I'm saying?
Why?
If my gauge is too small, and I need to have, say that I have 18 stitches instead of 20, I could bump up one size further, and then that will accommodate that difference.
Show me your fabric so you can see. Like, how do you know you like that fabric? So maybe you can show it to them. Like, how do you know you like
Well, I can, on this fabric, it looks sloppy.
Hold it close.
And on this fabric, it looks sloppy. And then on this fabric up here that I'm just starting, see that fabric up there? See how it tidied right up and it looks better? That is because I used a smaller needle, and I think that it's going to be nice. What I want is, I'm looking for a fabric that looks polished, nice, but not tight. I don't want to create a fabric that is like ballistic nylon or anything like that, because then it won't be comfortable for me to wear. It'll be kind of stiff and heavy. And we don't want stiff and heavy. We want light and airy and warm. So anyway, yeah. So once you do that, once you do your gauge, you'll be able to figure out what your needles are, and then you'll be able to cast on. One thing I wanted to talk about on casting on, Jim, do you mind if I go back over there? Okay, so one thing I wanted to talk about was when we're casting on, don't forget, so she says she's going to use what needle she's going to use, and then what else, what yarn she used. And then those are her abbreviations. And then she does German short rows, and maybe we can talk about that next week, because if you haven't done German short rows before, Oh my word, it's so awesome. It's so much faster than the traditional wrap and turn. And it looks quite lovely too. It looks really nice. So on hers, you can see here, it starts at the back.
I can't read that.
Yeah, well, I'm just talking about it, Jim. It starts at the back. And then what you would do once you decide what your size is, you would go through all these little places where it tells you, like right here, you would have to know if you're doing size 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you would highlight that in with your yellow highlighter. Don't use a dark highlighter because it can actually make it so you can't read the numbers. So using a light highlighter is awesome. But you can see that she has right-sided rows, wrong-sided rows, and she has the beginning, and then this right here is a repeat section, and then you do it to the last 3 stitches, and then she said knit 1, purl 2. And for the ones that are like row number 9, it says same as row 1. So how I would handle that one, don't forget when you finish a row, I would say at the end of the row, when you have completed it, use a tick mark, much like that. Okay. Doing a bunch of checklists, because sometimes you don't do it right on this edge or something and you think you finished that row and then it throws off your whole pattern. Don't do it that way. Use tick marks. You'll be more precise in what you're doing. So on this one, row number 9 is a right-sided row. It says same as row 1. So I would take this large sticky note and keep it here. Then what I would do is I would grab a small sticky note and go back to row number 1 and highlight that. And then I would repeat that. And then as soon as I finish that, I would give this a tick mark, and then I would move my work down. And then I would move this down to row number 2. If you don't do it this way and you are repeating row number 1, you can get thoroughly lost. You can get very lost. So you could do, if you don't have 2 sticky notes, you could do same as row 1. You know, on the Franklin Day Planner, Jim, where we put just a dot, a nice big dot, and then when you're done with that row, just put the mark.
Like the best is just get 2 sticky notes.
2 sticky notes. I would definitely recommend 2. It's the way that I do it, and it really helps. And don't forget, if you're going to work on your project, don't stop in the middle of a row or a round. Finish the row completely, tick it off, move your marker, and then stop. Whoever it is that's waiting for you to ask you a question, or if you have to answer the phone, they won't mind waiting long enough for you to complete your thought on your project before you miss your place. So that is really important when you're doing your project. And then again, making sure that if you've never done a vest, you might be able to complete this pattern, no problem. You might not have a problem with it. It's just it says intermediate as far as if you've never done a vest of any sort. This might be a little bit of a challenge for you. But I don't know. When I was first learning, I liked row by row instructions. So I think that people who are going to have a harder time with this pattern are the really advanced knitters that want the charts. I don't know. But for me, I don't care either way. As long as it's clear and I know what to do next, I'm good to go.
So there's a question from Stacy.
Yes.
She said, before you go today, will you please talk about the Knit Club? I don't know much about it.
Oh, right. Okay, Stacy. So as far as the Knit Club goes, it is every project I try to include a new skill for you, and it has step-by-step videos. Now, I don't knit the whole project on camera. What I do is every change, every section where there might be a question that you might have, I talk about that. And then if there's a row that I feel like you need me to knit with you, I will knit that row with you. And usually, like this month's project, there are about 12 videos or something like that. And some projects have up to like 22 projects.
I don't like those.
Yes, Jim said he doesn't like those because it's a lot of work to get those videos out to you, because there's a lot of behind the scenes work that has to happen. And for me, when I'm doing the videos, I may only give you 12 videos, but I have filmed 50. I mean, so I have to go through the best videos that I have. And it's a little hard for me because I do all my filming at home, and I have a cat, Max, that likes to jump on the table, and he likes to rub up against my phone when I'm trying to videotape, and the dogs are outside barking. You know how it is. Life happens. And so there are many times when I have to retape a video because my little furry friends are not being very accommodating. They're wanting my attention. Partly it's because they're spoiled.
And it's done at our kitchen table.
Yes, and it's done at our kitchen table at home. So anyways, but as far as the knit club, the last few projects that I've done, I've tried to make them a little bit easier, because around the holidays, people get so stressed. And the last thing that I want to do to you is add more stress in your life. But for this next month's project, it's going to be a little more challenging. And it, like I said, it's going to have some new skills in it. And so if you're up for adventure and you want to learn new things, then this knit club is for you.
So like
And
advanced beginner, you think, or what the skill level?
Some of the projects are a little more advanced than others. Some are for intermediate, some are for beginning. The last few months have been very beginning friendly. And this next month will be more of an intermediate pattern. You can do it if you're adventurous beginner, because I feel like if you can watch the videos and you can just, every time there's a change or something different happening, I will be knitting it on camera to help you out. So yeah, I think
We can't help everyone.
They're not super advanced, but it's good to know the knit and the purl stitch, and have done simple increases and decreases, and maybe have some knowledge about cabling and different things. So yes, Jim said you get the yarn, the pattern, and the videos, and you can watch them as many times as you want and help yourself through the projects. Yeah, what I do is I try to find the perfect yarn and project that complement each other, and then do it that way. And so it is fun. I enjoy learning new things. So if you like to learn new things, this knit club will get you going, push you to do a little bit more. If you only want to do washcloths and you only want to do knits and purls, and you don't like doing new things, you find it too frustrating, then this knit club is probably not for you. But if you like learning new things, I imagine, because you're here watching me, that you like learning new things. So that's why the knit club is there, to help you out and to push you to grow and to think about new things, and using old skills to use them differently to make new things. So anyway, so this next week, this next Tuesday, I will be continuing on with my vest, and yes, and so you can watch that with me, and I'm not sure exactly where I'll be, but when I get to a part that I think that'll be good for you to learn, I will stop there, and then we can grow together and we can work on the vest. So for this last week, we had this the Bravo Petites, and this was last week's yarn, and this is the winning colorway. And then for this week, I still need you to vote on the Cascade 220 in light gray or dark gray. You choose, and we can send it out for next week. So let's look and see who the winner is for the yarn for this week. I know I have it here. All right.
It's at the bottom of the page.
It is? Look.
Is there another one there?
I don't know. Let me see.
We got 2 copies of the cobbler.
I'm not sure, sweetheart.
They gave it to you.
Aha. Okay, and I forgot to mention to you, that every week when we're talking about our yarn, we run a special for 10% off. So for the Cascade 220 special, it is TT1123. And it's for today only.
10%.
So if you want to get 10% off of Cascade 220, you can type in the code TT1123 for the discount. And the winner for this week's winner is Joanne Owen. Yay, congratulations, Joanne. You won some lovely Bravo alpaca petites. Yay! So all you have to do is get in touch with us at www.alpacadirect.com and go to customer service. We just need your shipping address and we can send this lovely yarn out in the mail to you and you'll be able to make something with it. Maybe you can make fingerless mittens, or a hat. All will work great for this yarn. So I hope you have a great week and I will see you next Tuesday.